This is Alex Friedrich, your microeconomics instructor. Now today I'm going to take you on a quick tour of our class's D2L site so you kind of know where to go when you need something. Well, the first thing you see, of course, is the home page, which is this right here. And what you're going to see is that the number of your class, which is this one right here, 173001, is different from the number that you see here when you signed up. Don't worry, I'm going to be using this one right here, but it really shouldn't make any difference. So as you can see, this is the main page. So what's the first thing you should do? Try looking at the announcements page, which is going to be under communications. And this is where you're going to see kind of all the main notifications that I give you. This is how I'll be communicating with the class. So make sure you can get notifications when I post something here. Now I've already got something here for you. It's a list of the first things you should do, followed by some tips and other information you might need to know about the class. Now throughout the course, you're going to be focusing here, the table of contents. All right, it's got everything you need to know. Now here's where I've put my syllabus, right here. Okay, and you're going to see that I've got both the full syllabus, which is something you can kind of flip through and use for reference if you need details on something. And this is the executive summary. It's basically a one-page summary of the most important, most asked about information for the course. Stuff like deadlines, points that you'll be earning, and contact information. Now, I do suggest you read at least the executive summary. Now, this here, Sapling Online Homework, is how you're going to be entering the online Sapling Homework system. All right, here you've got some information on it, and I've got a PDF that tells you how to set up access to the Sapling Homework. What I suggest you do, however, is focus on this. This is the main link you will be using to enter the online homework system. Please do not try to enter from outside of D2L, because if you do so, it could cause you some technical problems. This is what it should look like when you get in. But let's go back here. We've got the table of contents. Now, each week has a module, all right? Week 1, week 2, week 3, and it'll tell you the chapters that are there, all right? And it's pretty well broken down into each chapter. So essentially, the stuff that you'll need, the videos and other types of material, it's going to be in the module or in the section that you need that corresponds to each chapter. So everything that you'll need for chapter 1 is here. Everything for chapter 2 is here. Now you'll see that the core of the material here is the instructional videos. Most of these are from YouTube. Let's just take a quick look. We'll click on these and you'll see some different videos here. And in chapter 2, for example, you'll see some videos here. Now, some of these are technical, so they deal with the economics graphs that you'll need to know. Often those are from Khan Academy. They go into some pretty technical stuff. Other ones are pretty general. Okay, now they're going to help you connect the dots, so they'll give you some context and kind of flesh out the areas that aren't covered as much in the book. Now, please remember, this is the biggest thing you have to know. Because the author or the publisher did not create these videos, there's not 100% overlap in the material. So occasionally they'll use some terminology that's a bit different from what you'll find in the book, or they'll cover areas that the book doesn't. Now, I've tried my best to offer only those videos that have overlap with a book that's pretty broad. But in some cases, it's good to get a little more context about the subject, so you'll probably want to watch any extra material that's there. Now, the main thing about all this is not to worry about it. When it comes to homework in the exam, use the terminology in the book and don't worry about terms that are used in the videos. Now, chances are you'll be able to match the terms in the videos to the terms in the book. That said, pay attention to the comments that I put in the description area of these videos. Let's just take a look right here, for example. Right here. It'll tell you stuff that you probably need to know, stuff you might want to skip. For example, it says you may wish to start at the 1 minute and 52-second mark. The stuff before that is just introductory stuff. So I do my best to tell you what stuff you can omit, and I try to point out situations in which the terminology is different from what you find in the book. That said, if there's anything confusing, any stuff that's brought up that just doesn't seem to correspond well to what we're talking about in the book, or it's just confusing, please let me know. Send me an email, and I'll try to add some extra details about that. So, to see your grades, go over here where it says assessments and then go to grades where it says enter grade. Okay, so here's where you're going to find your grades. Now, the thing to know about this is that most of the time you won't see your homework grades here, because the import process that I use to get the grades from here, all right, sampling into here is a bit of a pain. That said, I will put them in, all of your grades in, right before the final exam. So you'll have a good idea of what your grade is going into the exam. I'll try to do it more often than that, but I'm afraid I just can't guarantee it. Now, finally, you'll be taking one online final exam at the end of the course. And you will find that here in the final exam area. You can click on that, click on the link, and that'll take you right to it. All right. Now, it's going to be open the Monday of finals week, and it's going to be due the Friday at 11:59 p.m. Understand that's different from the normal deadline of Sunday, but finals week ends Friday, so I'm going to stick to that. Finally, if you have a question about an assignment or an economic concept in the book, please post your question here to communication discussions. Post it here first. It's under Help Me. And you've got a section for questions about the material, so the economic concepts themselves, and questions about the class, how it's run, any particular assignments, more technical matters, things like that. So I ask you to post here first, because this way, if others have the same question, they can learn from the situation. And that's much more efficient than a bunch of people asking me the same question, say, 10 times. So if you can answer someone's question, please do so here in the forums. I'll monitor the discussion to help out anyone who can't answer anyone else's questions or otherwise can't get any sort of answer. But that said, if you can't get any help, feel free to email me your question. I'll either answer it by email or I'll give you a call if it requires a lot of explanation. Just remember that I'm here for you. I'll help you any way I can. So get started and good luck.